Aliens are officially real, or at least that's what everyone on Twitter thinks. And that's what I think. I mean, but I've thought this for a long time. Ever since I found out how damn huge space is, I was like, there's no way that we're the only people in the universe. There's got to be something else out there. But I don't think it'll be like some cool, like gigabrain species that solve the need for energy or defecating. It's probably something a lot more boring, like a carnivorous plant species 100 million miles away or something. I don't know. I just don't think it'll be cool. And I don't think it'll be in our lifetime. However, a recent congressional hearing might flip all of that on its head. And what are people on Twitter saying? We do not care. You are all talking about aliens, but wings are $14 when they used to be $8. And another big concern, if aliens did contact us, then this meme is no longer true, which is a sad day.
Then what the fuck is stopping us from just throwing ourselves off a bridge and giving up and saying, yeah, the planet is dying, the government hates us, the animals are leaving, the aliens aren't contacting us, we might be alone.
Where are the
it just
animals
might be
going?
you and me, but that's okay, because do you really need anyone else?
And before I get DMCA striked, we should move on to talk about the main story of the week, which is the David Grush congressional hearing. Now, if you don't know, David Grush is a whistleblower and a U.S. intelligence officer for like 14, 15 years. He was part of the military, and he's the one who was testifying under oath that aliens were real. And the actual hearing had like a couple of big bombs, but most of it was some snoozer announcements with some, hey, Congressman, if you want to talk behind closed doors, we can, but I can't say things while I'm on here on the big stage. And so rather than look through that, I want to look through an interview that Dave Grush did like about a month ago that rehashes all the same points, but I think in a more consumable format. And here's the big one.
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
The way it's edited is really funny. We got a bunch of spacecraft that has non-human biology, which is the weirdest way to phrase alien life without saying alien life, right? Non-human biology. That could be alien cum, bro. That might not be an alien on there. It could be a cum-controlled plane. We do not know because Dave Grush refused to go into detail. However, he did say it was such a big deal.
Have people been killed to protect this secret?
Based on the people I talked to, that was an ongoing concern.
People have been killed to keep this secret that he's now allowed to go on a news show to talk about.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've heard some really un-American things I don't want to repeat right now.
Okay, well, let's be fair. That is the most American thing if somebody was killed to keep a secret. Hank Green's theory, my pet theory about why Congress is suddenly talking about aliens, is that it's a good way for them to project that they don't trust the government, despite the fact that they are the government, in a way that doesn't have anything to do with Donald Trump. Interesting theory. And here's another clip that kind of shows maybe some of the absurdities of Dave Grush in his tales.
So let me be very clear about this. You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence of non-human intelligence on this planet?
Certainly.
The Pope is in on it, folks. It goes all the way up. But the clip does keep going.
Grush says shortly after the dawn of the atomic age, another major crash recovery took place. You've probably heard of it.
What can you tell me about the Roswell craft?
Fortunately, those details were not approved for me to talk about right now.
Now, that's one of the most interesting things Dave Grush said, because whatever you believe, if you believe this hearing, if you don't believe this hearing, it all comes down to whether or not you trust the man talking about it, because there's no evidence backing this up. This is faith in the human based off his pedigree, what he's done in the past, and how he might have access to more information than a regular citizen. That's the entire belief system. It is based off that, because it's not like he's got the alien cum plane. He does not have a photo of it, except some grainy-ass object. He just has testimony of himself and then his testimonies from other people that he is espousing from his own point of view. And there is some value in trusting David because he has spent a decade in a field where he is supposed to find weird flying objects and with the military. So he did have some like security clearance that most people wouldn't. However, that is weird to me, right? Like if they've been keeping UFO secret for 100 years since Roswell and the Pope is in on it, they're all of a sudden allowed to talk about it? Like David's chill to talk about it? Why was he so willingly chatting about how we have non-biological human biology, plain whatever UFO thing, but he can't talk about the Roswell incident from 90 years ago? He doesn't have the clearance to. And that was an argument from this dude whose name I won't even attempt to say. We're skeptical about the veracity of these claims because it looks like Grush followed Pentagon protocol in publishing this information, meaning the Department of Defense approved the information he would pass to the press, which is something the department only does if the information is not classified. So if Grush is telling the truth, surely the information would be classified. If people were killed over this information, it would probably be classified and not something that you're allowed to say on C-SPAN, for example. There were some more points in the hearing. Here are the spark notes for y'all. The UFOs could be from another dimension. They're massive aircrafts the size of a football field. A private contractor is currently storing a UFO. Could be Boeing or someone. The UFOs have even gotten aggressive, which is vague. And of course, the final one: people have been killed to keep this secret. So quite a few claims here. Now there's some. Again, people backing up Grush. I've had very highly respected people that I respect and trust that have given me this kind of information for a long time. And it's my faith in Grush and who he is, and I've spent hours talking to him. He's provided me with documentation and performance reviews of his work. He's highly regarded. So it seems like the guy's an upstanding guy. Probably a nice guy to get a beer with. Was he led astray? Was he a bit confused? Were people around him confused and led astray? Is that why he has this false information? Or is it true information? Or is he lying for clout because he's going to write a book about it? These are all important questions. One thing, however, that's kind of interesting is where UFOs are often cited from. Like, who are the people in the world who are like, oh my God, an alien? Because it should be just as luck-based and random if an alien comes to Roswell, New Mexico, as opposed to Shenzhen, China. There's no, the aliens aren't like picking and choosing. Like, no, we prefer American football. But if you look at a visual data representation of reported UFO sightings around the world, this is a timeline at the bottom. They mostly started around some major events. The War of the Worlds broadcast, and then a lot more after the Roswell UFO incident. And they were mostly based in America, Canada, UK, English-speaking countries. And very few were located outside, like in Brazil or China. Not to say that none have been done, but there is definitely something we can all agree that's a bit weird at just how many UFO sightings have been specifically in the USA. Like that's absurd. This looks like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 online like menu from 2011. All right, same exact distribution of people who see it. And to be fair, the information is gathered from the National UFO Reporting Center, which is national, so it is mostly based in English-speaking countries. But it is a little weird to me that there's been 170,000 plus sightings. I think a lot of those probably a little bit fake. Here's the thing: I think the government's really good at lying to us, and really good at keeping us astray. And it's always like 50 years later, we're like, damn. The CIA was spying on us and trying to overthrow Cuba. But we never talk about what they're up to today. They don't really get punished or levied for the things they did in the past. So I feel like they got UFO level machines, but this is where I'm getting in my conspiracy phase. I am part of conspiracy theory, like my insane ventriloquism skills and how I'm able to talk for the first 5 seconds videos. But I won't indulge you with any more. If you want to go down the list of reported UFO sightings, that's where I've spent most of my day today, just looking through this whole thing. Are aliens real? Are aliens not real? I don't know. All I want is a walkable fucking city. So that's what I'm worried about. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. All right, do you believe in aliens? Let me know in the comments. This is a genuine question. I'm not just bidding for engagement. It actually doesn't help for views. Am I alone in this? Please don't make me feel alone.